Well, I think that it all really started with The Wizard of Oz. My parents tell me that when I was 2 or 3 that I was singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, just already singing it, loving it. And so I think that I've always had that kind of musical theater something in my bones. The summer before my freshman year of high school, I auditioned and got into the Pinnacle's production of The Mikado. And that year I also did Into the Woods, the musical at Sprague High School. And that's where it just all kind of exploded, and I was like, oh. I started realizing that I could do this, and so I made sure I got really good grades, and I made sure that I did a lot of extracurricular things so I could get into every school that I wanted to. I got into my top choice, Elon University, and my whole world had been expanded. This whole idea of musical theater, the history behind musical theater, the literature of musical theater, just kind of it hit me like a ton of bricks. And then my senior year is when I assistant directed our production of Rent. That's when like the directing thing just kind of, I felt so at home there. It felt so natural for me to talk in front of people and give notes and see a whole picture. So that really opened my mind and my heart and my spirit to really start looking at my life in a different way and really start looking at where I was going to go next and what I was doing. I moved to New York after I graduated from college and started doing some directing things there, and I was going through my 20-somethings like, what am I doing with my life? How am I helping the world? How am I helping my family? How am I helping my future? And all these questions were they just kept popping up. And it was when I came back for my birthday 2 years ago, and I was driving around Salem, and I just felt this energy. I felt that there was something new that was going on in Salem. There's so many more people coming back and people realizing how special this place is. And I don't know, I realized that I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to be a part of the regrowth of this city because I love this city and Salem deserved it, and they need a institution where we can harness professional talent. I just felt very passionate about sharing my knowledge and my love for musical theater with this community.
Gods, oh gods, are you there? What can I do to get you to look down and give in?
I've been fortunate enough to meet up with a consultant who, her name's Brisa Trinquero, and she works out of Portland and also works in New York City as a Broadway producer. And we hit it off very well, and she was like, I'd love to help you create this to be what you want it to be. And so then I went to New York City to meet with her to have a few sessions, whatnot. And while I was there, she introduced me to Todd Gershwin, who was a producer on the new Janis Joplin musical. And so I have been working with them for the past 2 months on that show. It's been such an amazing learning process. And through that whole thing, I've been able to start crafting my 5-year plan and really deciding what I want to do and what I want this to be. And I'm so thrilled to be able to connect Salem to New York City through musical theater.
Don't single me out and then forget me.
Enlightened Theatrics is Salem's musical theater company that is here to serve as a home for professional artists and those seeking professional work in the theatrical field. And it's also a place to learn and grow and really appreciate the art form of musical theater and have the understanding of how transformative this art can be. I believe that musical theater is the highest, most complete art form.
And this is why we tell the story.
I want the people to leave these performances feeling that they've learned something else, that they have gone through an experience with a character, with a performer, with a song, with a moment that can transform their life.
So I hope that you will tell this tale tomorrow.
Enlightened Theatrics is a not-for-profit company. So we rely solely on volunteers, on people donating, gifts in kind, sponsorships, and so it's one of those things where I'm very excited. I'm ready to bring this to Salem, and I just hope that everyone else feels that same way and is ready to give back and want to contribute to making this a staple of the city. My hope for Salem is that our audiences embrace the unfamiliar.